So, John, what exactly is the story?
Obviously, the market is abuzz with talk of a rollback of COVID zero curbs, an opening of the economy. But I think what we see now on the ground is something very different. You just mentioned Zhengzhou. We had news this morning that the city is expanding that lockdown to most of the city center. All factories, all businesses are closed. Transportation is being limited. Trains are being stopped, and that's going to go on for the next 3 days. That's actually expanded from what we had yesterday, which was just the area around the iPhone factory, which has gone into a lockdown for 7 days. That was after the number of cases there tripled to about 350 yesterday. We haven't gotten the latest stats yet, but we're looking out for those. And so obviously what the market sees and what we see happening on the ground, and also what we're hearing from Beijing, are quite different at the moment.
Right, and we're just getting those numbers, John, as you were speaking. Zhengzhou City reporting 167 new COVID cases there. You mentioned about the lockdown there around this whole iPhone city, which they call it. Why do you think markets are still kind of going almost nuts and shrugging off what policymakers are trying to clamp down, the speculative frenzy that we're seeing on social media?
I mean, I think it's very obvious the pain economically, socially, the pain it's had on businesses and logistics that COVID zero has imposed. And obviously, markets would love to see this policy change, tweaked, roll back. And I think also partly the rumors that we've heard are about sort of things that are going to happen in the future, so that a committee has been formed. They're going to look into how to execute a rollback and exit from this policy. And so that is not exactly immediate. And so what could be happening is markets are trading on this potential for an optimistic outlook in the future and looking less at what they're seeing on the ground today.
Right. John, as you were speaking to, we're just getting the latest nationwide numbers. We're back above 3,000 here, I would imagine, as more places get tested too. John, tell me this, in between now and the two meetings in March, at some point we'll need to talk about this policy, right? On the back of, it will be an economic meeting. There's a work conference, obviously, the economic work conference. Is it too early for markets to start trading on hope?
I think that we have seen signs of tweaking along the edges. Obviously, there are more flights being put up between China and the rest of the world. We've seen a flurry of diplomatic visits. We'll have the German Chancellor visiting tomorrow. We've had the Party Secretary of Vietnam, the Prime Minister of Pakistan. And, you know, China went for almost 3 years with no diplomatic visits because of COVID zero. So there are some changes on the periphery. Whether or not we'll get any big changes in the near future, I think it's very uncertain. You talked about the wintertime coming and the possibility of greater infections or more widespread infections because of that. You're talking about Lunar New Year holidays coming up and people traveling, and that maybe being impetus for more spread. And so I think the officials here in Beijing have a lot on their hands to juggle between pros and cons of what to do next.